Hey guys, I am Trent for Trent Sense, and I am on the road on my way to the AT&T store to pick up my Samsung Captivate. And I'm pretty excited. It's a Sunday morning, and being that this is Virginia, a lot of people are in church or either at home. So if you take a look here at the road, you will see that it is a ghost town. So I am going to continue on my way to the AT&T store, and I will be sure to get back with you guys once I get the device. You can see here that there is the AT&T store, and I have just now walked out of it with my box for the brand new Samsung Captivate. You can see now it is still taped shut. They haven't opened it per my request, and I just want to get home right away to shoot the unboxing for all of you. We have the outside boxing of the Samsung Captivate. You have the name and then the branding, which is followed by a glossy image of the phone on the surface of the box. And then below that, you have the AT&T logo, along with a few logos depicting a phone, Android, Wi-Fi, and some gears. Okay, and we have some other information alongside the phone, and all of the appropriate specs are listed on the back. And then on the bottom here, you also have the internal contents of this box. The tape is still on here, so let me go ahead and use these scissors to get them off. Now that the tape has been removed, you can see that just like the iPhone and the Google Nexus 1, the box slides off the top. And then we have the internal components. We've got a quick start guide. The second piece after the quick start guide is the phone itself. And you can see that there is a warning saying do not text while driving. So we should all be mindful of that, of course. I'm going to take this out and take it from the plastic. Wow. We have plastic on the back here with some instructions as to how to get the battery door off. I've seen a couple of other unboxing videos, so I think I'm pretty familiar with how to get it off. Okay, now that we've gotten the plastic off with the texting and driving warning, you can see that there is a huge 4-inch capacitive touch screen on this device, and it looks amazingly beautiful. Above the touch screen, you have the AT&T logo along with the earpiece. I'm not sure what's to the left of the earpiece, but I do believe that those are two sensors for proximity and ambient light. Below the touch screen, you've got the Samsung logo along with a series of 4 capacitive touch commands. I believe they go for menu, home, back, and search. The bottom of the device only has one microphone. At the top, you have a 3.5mm headset jack along with a micro USB port. A protective covering is included with the micro USB port, and you can slide it off and then slide it back into place. And then on the right side, you've got yourself the power button. On the left side, you've got rocker keys, which I assume can be used for either volume and possibly zooming. The back features a 5-megapixel camera lens that is capable of shooting 720p HD footage. The potential downside to this camera is that it does not include an LED flash, but it's not necessarily a deal breaker either. Just below, to the right of the lens, you have a speaker grill. And the next thing you have is the Galaxy S logo etched into the metallic battery door. The one thing I do like about this is that it does give off a high-end quality because it has a metallic chrome-like shimmering effect to it when you have it under some kind of light. The metallic battery door looks very striking with its carbon fiber pattern that tends to make it look a lot more interesting than your typical plastic covering on the unlocked version of the Samsung Galaxy S. Now, in order to remove the battery cover, you simply have to push down on this bottom margin on the phone. You can hold the phone like this, take both of your thumbs, and simply press down against the margin, and there you go. The battery door is removed. You can see that there is a slot for your micro SD card as well as your SIM card tray, and then you have the battery bay itself. Okay, let's see what else we have inside this box. Okay, that is it. Overall first impressions from holding this device in my hand is that it's a pretty substantial slab of a touch screen phone, and I really like that. It is extremely slim. You can see here that there is hardly anything to it in regards to its depth. It has a very tall and narrow form factor. Now, even though it's a bit bigger than the Nexus 1, which is great, it is still not as wide or bulky as the Evo 4G. Even though you have glossy plastic that feels kind of high grade to a point, you still have a good sense of high-end, expensive quality with a metallic battery door included on the design of this handset. One interesting fact about the Captivate is that it also has a 1 gigahertz processor inside of it, but it is not the Snapdragon variant that is included in the Nexus 1. This processor has been called the Hummingbird processor, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe that it was said to be a bit faster than the Snapdragon version. It feels like it has the same kind of hardware dimensions as the Sony Ericsson Xperia X10. Now, the main difference between this and the X10 is the fact that there is a little bit of metal included in the overall build construction, which doesn't give it that lightweight plasticky feel, which is great. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I would say that this feels to be about the same weight as the Nexus 1, if not lighter. I'm not too impressed with the fact that it does not have an LED flash included with it. Not having an LED flash may not be that big of a deal. It would only mean that I would not be able to take advantage of any LED flashlight applications, which kind of sucks. One feature that I would have liked to have seen on the Captivate would have been hardware buttons instead of capacitive ones. Now, having capacitive touch commands may not be that big of a deal breaker, considering that you have a good amount of space in between the bottom of the touch screen and the touch commands themselves. So hopefully that would prevent someone from accidentally pressing the touch commands as they're using the phone. Now that my worries about the build quality have been eased by this Captivate, I am next going to look forward to a pretty promising experience on the interface of this phone. Hopefully the TouchWiz interface is not going to be so invasive and hard to work with. If the TouchWiz interface appears to not be to my liking, I can always have the alternative of the Launcher Pro application, which will allow me to have the same kind of launcher that I have been using on the Nexus 1. As long as the Captivate's touch experience can match or surpass that of the Nexus 1, I think I'll be pretty good to go. Alright, as a special treat, I am going to share with you guys my first time in turning on the Captivate. I have my battery, my SIM card, and my micro SD card already installed on the phone, and I'm going to press down on the power button and watch the magic happen. Alright, I'm going to now take some time to input my Google settings and all of my other information, and I will be sure to come back with you guys with a review video on what I think about the Samsung Captivate. In the meantime, all of you guys take care and stay safe.